Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new and stopping by for the first time, I'm Melissa, and if you love anything craft related, especially Dollar Tree DIYs, you've definitely come to the right place. And I'd love it if you'd become part of the family by clicking the subscribe button and then tapping the bell and all to be notified every single time I upload. For those of you returning, thank you so much for all the love and continued support. And today I have for you some Dollar Tree DIYs. These are subscriber requests. I had showed over on my Instagram the shoe bin, and everybody said they wanted to see how I did it. And also one of my subscribers had saw these little signs that I had on my tiered tray and wanted to see that as well. So let's get into it. Start off, I took this bin from Dollar Tree and some Rust-Oleum carbon black spray paint and spray painted it. After that dried, I took these wooden letters from Dollar Tree. You do need 2 packs to spell out the word shoes, and I used my white Waverly chalk paint to paint every single letter as well as the sides of the letters. You could put anything you want on this. It's totally up to you. You could spell out any word. So I just wanted to let you guys know that you can personalize this to suit your decor. Next, I'm taking some nautical rope and I'm just doing sections at a time. I start in the middle, not on the side where the handles are, but on either side you can start. And then I just run a bead of hot glue right at the top, and I just kind of roll my nautical rope up as close to the edge as you can get. Then once you get to back where you started, you just snip the nautical rope and you just glue it in place. And again, I just put a bead of hot glue and then stuck my rope and kind of rolled it into place because there's kind of a lip on this. Next, I'm taking my jute twine and I just unroll a bunch from the big roll, cut it, and that way it's easier to get it through the handle. And I just take a bead of hot glue on the end, and on the inside where there's like the thicker part where it connects, I just stick that piece, and then I just wrap it all the way around the handle. And I continue wrapping until I get to the end. And then when I get to the end, I just bring it around. I snip it down to size. Sorry about that. And then I just take a bead of hot glue right on the bin and secure that in place. I also wanted to mention, I would definitely spray this with a clear coat so that way your spray paint doesn't come off because this is plastic. Next, yes, we're playing with fire, but I'm just taking my lighter and just burning off all those, I don't know what you want to call it, frayed hairs. They drive me nuts. They get all over the place, and I think it just looks much better once you take a lighter to it. Next, for my letters, I take a few dots of E6000 on each one and then a few dots of hot glue, and I start with the O right in the middle, and then I work my way to the left, and then I work my way to the right. I did try to use just hot glue on my last bin. Again, I made this before. I shared it on my Instagram. If you're not following me over there, the link is always in the description. I share all kinds of different stuff over there that I don't share here. So I just wanted to mention again that the hot glue didn't work because it's plastic. The letters kept falling off. And that easy, you have a stylish little shoe bin. Next, we're going to take our signs and take these little circle pictures off of them. The Happy Holidays sign I did get from Dollar General, but it was only $1. So these were giving me trouble. The part that connected to the square sign didn't want to come off, so I just took a blow dryer and kind of heated that glue up. And then I took some sandpaper, and at first I was using this just piece of 80 grit, and it didn't want to go in there right because these are pretty small, so I just took my little small sander, and that worked much better just to get it smooth. It doesn't matter if it's perfectly smooth because you're going to be putting a picture in here anyway. So I just wanted to get it as good as possible. Next, I am taking off the little truck from the Dollar General sign, and I wanted to save that truck because I'm going to implement that in this project. Next, I just sand this one out as well, and then I just take a rag and wipe it out. That way when I go to paint it, it's nice and smooth. So I want to keep the bigger circle out because I'm going to use that as well. And here I'm just measuring them out. That way I can make templates, and I make my templates out of cardstock, and you will see that in a minute. So for one of the bigger signs, I'm using this buffalo check scrapbook paper from Hobby Lobby, and I just measure out where I want to cut it down to. And then I take my paper cutter and I cut that one down to size, and I think it's looking really good so far. Next, I just take my ink Waverly chalk paint, and for the bigger signs that are already black on the frame, I just paint the background, and for the smaller ones, I paint the entire thing except for the back of the squares. So I just give it one good coat, and then I don't have to go in with another coat. Next, I am just taking my Elmer's glue stick, disappearing purple glue stick, and I'm just gluing the back of the scrapbook paper, and then I take it and very carefully stick it into one of my 5x5 squares. Next, I am just going to go in and smooth it out. That way it's nice and smooth and flat in the background. Here are the templates. So if you don't know how to get these images, I'm going to show you. So I just went to my search bar at the top. I typed in designbundles.com. It's actually designbundles.net. And I just go in and type free Christmas pictures or something like that, and a whole bunch pops up. Or you could even just search all you need for Christmas design bundle, and this bundle is free. So I just go ahead and download it, and it will give you the option to open or save. I always save them first, and then I go in and pick out the one I want. So I just go back and look at the picture because it has it named how it is in the picture when you download it. I don't know if that's making any sense, but you can see what I'm doing. And I just open up the one I want, copy it, open Word, and then I paste. I click on the picture, I size it down, I then right click and click on size and position. It's the second to last option, and I just type in 5 for the height and 5 for the width, and it automatically sizes it for you. It's not perfect 5x5, but it's close. I then do that with my second image. I do the exact same thing, right click, and then adjust the width to 3x3. So for the next one, I use my own saying. I just type, baby, it's cold outside. The baby is Bromello. I did have to type this in Google, and it's a free font, so you can download it as well. Just type free font Bromello in Google. And then the next one is kind of Ray Dunn inspired. It's Cold Outside. It's called CamiRae, and that's also a free font as well. I'll leave all the information in the description box in case you want to download these fonts. I then change the baby to red, and then I print my pictures. Here I am printing. I meant to print on cardstock, so if you're doing this, I definitely recommend printing on cardstock. It just looks much better. So I then take my circle and I paint it black. I don't know why I didn't do that earlier, but it is what it is. So while that's drying, I take my templates and I just lay it over my pictures and trace out exactly where I want it, and then I go ahead and cut them all out. So I don't glue mine in. You guys can glue them in, but I like to change them out. So I don't glue them in, and if they're cut right, they'll stay right in there, no problem. I then take this wooden snowflake from a pack of wooden stickers from Dollar Tree, and I just glue that to the corner of the Baby It's Cold Outside sign. And for my subscriber that had asked about the little mini sign on my tiered tray, you just do the same thing. It's a Thanksgiving picture, SVG, and you just do the exact same thing. Type in free Thanksgiving pictures and it should come right up. Next, I'm just taking white Waverly chalk paint and I'm dry brushing around the edges as well as the middle of my circle. After that, I take some hot glue to the back of the little truck that we took off earlier, and I just glue that to the middle of the circle. I then take the circle and glue that to the square sign, and I press down really good so that I know that it's adhered very well. I then realized after I put my white away that I wanted to dry brush some on the edges of the square as well. So I do the outside edge and the inside edge. If that doesn't make sense, you can see what I'm doing here. And then I also go around the whole thing and dry brush my white on there as well. Next, I am just taking this ribbon that I had left over from Valentine's Day. I love this ribbon. I really hope that they bring it back for Christmas because it's perfect for Christmas. But it's the red gingham print, red buffalo check, whatever you want to call it. And I just make a simple bow. If you don't know how to tie a perfect bow, you can slow this video down and see exactly how I do it. And I get a perfect bow every single time I make a bow, and that's why I love this technique. I then just snip the edges and I take my bow and I glue it to the middle of the top of my sign. And then I'm just going to make a bow for both of the other signs that are left over. This red and black I got from Walmart. It was $2.48, I believe, but there's 25 feet of this in this roll. So to me, it was definitely worth it because I love the print and you get a bunch in one roll. Then snip the ends for this one as well and glue it to the corner of the other larger sign. I repeat that step for the smaller one using twine and glue that to the middle of the top of the last one. So that is it, you guys. It is that quick and easy to make signs for your home, for your tiered trays. The possibilities are endless. I did want to mention too, if you want to hang these up, make sure you're putting your pictures the right way. But again, it's that easy. I love them. I love the way they turned out. Let me know which one is your favorite. Let me know if you're going to be making one of these and tag me on Instagram if you do make them or any of my other projects. I would love to see what you guys come up with, and I definitely love the truck picture. I think that's my favorite, but I can't decide. So let me know what you guys think. and let me know if you guys like these DIYs. I would love to hear what you guys would love to see, and make sure you're subscribed if you're not. And until next time, guys, bye.
Got me up all night, putting things on the side. What do you have in mind?